Back. I'm Josh, and this is our daughter, Ivy.
I'm Celia, and this is our son, Hamish.
Here on Steep in the Woods, we live completely off-grid on a 26-acre homestead nestled deep in the Appalachian Mountains. You'll see no fancy stuff here. It's just making do with what you have and what you can figure out. If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough old root, then welcome back. Today's video signals the long-awaited return of the Steep in the Woods project. There have been many changes this past year, one of which being that we are no longer the proud owners of 14 acres in the Appalachian Mountains. That ship has sailed, that time has passed for us here on Steep in the Woods. Now, we are the proud owners of 26 acres even farther in the Appalachian Mountains. So we're already here. We're already set up. We already live here now. Only a fool does the same thing over and over and expect a different result. So what we have chosen to do at this point was to get ourselves a little bit set up. And here we are, a little bit set up. Nothing is finished, nothing is done. None of the major things have been accomplished, but we are here. We are living, we are off-grid, and we're back on a mountain. And this is it. This is the Steep in the Woods, the new Steep in the Woods mountain. We got the same Jeep. We still got four-wheelers, although they are different. We have Campimus Crapimus and Tinimus Maximus. We have different solar panels. We have a pond. We have already started gardening and also collecting lumber / milling up wood for an official house build. One of the many reasons why we decided to sell our last mountain and move here was that this place, this area, has no codes. No codes, no permits. It's one of the few places left on planet Earth where America actually exists. Which not only makes things easier, but it gives us the ability to be more creative and do more dramatic things without fear of some third party coming in and not appreciating it or not liking it. Or it's your land. It's your house. If you're not in the city, you should be able to do whatever you want. And here we can. You can see behind me, we've started straw bale gardening. These are almost set up, almost ready for planting. So we will be able to bring y'all along for that process and for the entire garden build. Nothing has changed here on the project, only the location, the size of the land, and then the laws required. So, welcome back to Steep in the Woods, Straw Bale Gardens. Definitely videos coming out on that soon. We have our wash house. We have our rabbit hutch. Like I say, we got camper and a tent. That is an Ozark tent, and I like it, right? I mean, all campers kind of suck. But that tent is pretty dang cool. We're also still rocking the carport and the same old trailers. You can see, this is our seedlings. That's what will be planted in the garden. It's not just tomatoes, it is herbs and just everything you could imagine. We are trying to grow, create / produce here on the Steep in the Woods mountain. So for the sake of getting our toes back wet, making it easy on us, it's hard enough to go off-grid with a family. It's hard enough to go off-grid as a single dude who's fine with living in a hole. But you throw YouTube on top and it really is an overwhelming situation. So what I want you guys to do is to vote in the comments, and there's no number needed to reach. If one dude votes, that guy wins, on what you want to see next. Out of the things that we've already accomplished, instead of making one long walkthrough, I say we take a little bit more time and show y'all each thing in depth. I have a paper here, and this is not a limiting paper. It's just an idea of what we're looking to do and what we're looking for people to vote on. Our pond, we have a pond. It did not come with a pond, we had to create this, but we have a pond. We now have Starlink internet, so we can, you know, hey, you wanna, I don't know what we'd say about Starlink, but I mean, it works. So video over, I guess. Our solar setup, we did do that a little bit differently this time around. The $400 Ozark tent, by far my #1 favorite thing here, you know, that was purchased. Straw bale gardening. How do we do laundry? How does Celia do it? Not me. A lot tour. Now, I would prefer to wait on the lot tour or the mountain tour. 26 acres is what this property is as the crow flies. But as the man climbs, it's more like 50. And I have only seen 1/4 of our property. I have no idea what's on the other, you know, 17 acres. But that is a possibility. Also, riding four-wheelers. There is a ton of old logging roads here, not necessarily only on our property, but ones that we would have access to at least, you know, ride carefully. Angora rabbits and the hutch. Baby chickens. I mean, y'all could, if y'all say we want to see some baby chickens, I'll pull them out and y'all could see them, and we'll make a specific video on the breed, the type, why we chose them, where we got them, and what our success rate has been. Last but not least is a shooting range, right? And we have to be very careful with that one. We do not want to get in trouble with the thought police or whatever. But I think we could do something with it. At least show you how it's made. I mean, if you're going to utilize those tools, you need to make sure you can do that effectively, and a shooting range is part of that process. Whether you own one or have built one like us, or whether you go out and travel to then practice those skills. That is pretty much it. I am wanting to do the project slightly differently this time around, going from here forwards. I want it to be more of a what we're doing and being a part of the process, and less of a how-to type video. That's why things such as ATV riding are included in that list, just because it's what we do. Instead of trying to come up with some newfangled thing that I created out of nothing, which will still happen. I want to be more of a come join us in this way of a life, in the hopes that maybe some more people will take this option, because it really is the best option. Well, if you liked what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. If you want to help support the project, there are still links below. Until next time, here, Steep in the Woods.